to another Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the Connection show this week. I apologize, probably talking through my nose a little bit. The pollen bothering anybody out there? Well, it certainly is me. But maybe we'll get rid of it before long. Each week we have different organizations come in and tell us what's going on around the broadcast area and what they're doing for the community, and we do appreciate all the organizations. They put a lot of effort and a lot of money into these organizations that affect a lot of people, and we always enjoy talking to them. Stay with us, be back in a moment. We're going to talk with the two young ladies about a new event coming up at the Harrison Country Club.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
Whether you're hunting, fishing, or tailgating, Clay Maxey Ford has you covered. That's right, near or far, when it comes to getting you where you want to go, America's best-selling truck, the F-150, is up to the challenge.
You can depend on our vehicles, our prices, and most importantly, our people. So come see us today at Clay Maxey Ford in Harrison and in Berryville, or visit us online at claymaxeyford.com and claymaxeyfordberryville.com.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our two guests for the first part of the show today from the Harrison Country Club, Casey Young and Candy Martin. Thank you both for coming in on this wet, drizzly day, but at least the green is starting to run off. I can see it out there.
Maybe the course will be great because of it.
It'll be great for the golf course.
Yes.
A new event, and you guys just jump in either way. We're just very informal here. Chipping for Charity is actually a new tournament for the Harrison Country Club, and it's a charity tournament, but it's kind of a twofold thing. It's put together through the Harrison Country Club Foundation, so let's tell them a little bit about how the foundation got started and what it's doing.
All right. Back in the early 2000s, the Harrison Country Club Foundation was actually established as a 501c3 nonprofit in order to provide some events and venues for some of the local nonprofits, but to also provide some, it gives us an avenue to get some money back out into the community to support our local charities and other nonprofits.
Right.
And it's been a great way for Harrison Country Club to give back to the community, because we know that without our community we would not exist.
Well, we don't want to say anything that the IRS might get us on, but foundations are established through a lot of organizations. The hospital has a foundation, North Arkansas College has one, Harrison School System has a foundation, and they use those foundations to generate revenue through the foundation itself. It is a nonprofit, so people who make the donation can use it as a charitable donation, which makes it nice, rather than just going to the entity itself, which is a profit center. So
correct.
It makes a lot of difference by having, and I think that was a great idea by the country club to establish that foundation.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of necessary things that we'd like to do, obviously, through the country club and funnel it through that.
Exactly, and you mentioned some of the local foundations that also have golf tournaments every year to help generate revenues for their nonprofits.
Absolutely, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. This tournament coming up, a little bit different, I guess, and Casey, I'll let you jump in here if you want to on this thing. I like the Chipping for Charity. It's kind of a cute little name.
Miss Candy actually came up with that one.
Oh, no, we got to give Candy all the credit.
I know, but it's a two-person, two-day shamble, May 4th and 5th. And if you're not familiar with golf, a shamble is where each member of the team would tee off, and then they will use the best drive and then scramble from that point on to see which score is the lowest. But it's $250 per team to play in the event, and that includes, you know, your round of golf on Saturday and Sunday. It also includes we're having a casino night Saturday evening, and we have hired a professional gaming company that's going to come in and deal for in your entry fee. You get an upscale prime rib and shrimp buffet.
Wow.
And you get your first, $1,000 worth of chips to start the gaming. And after that, you can purchase additional chips if you wish. And at the end of the evening, what we're going to do is we've had donations. There's been so many people throughout the community that have provided donations for prizes that will be auctioned off at the end of the evening. And but also we're trying to really push too that the casino night is open to the public, and if you're not a golfer, you can come in and for $40 you can get the buffet, the $1,000 worth of gaming chips. So it's, you know, we're trying to even push that a little bit more for other people that may not be interested in the golf.
Nice, nice.
Yes.
So so the chips will be the funny money, if you will.
Correct.
That you can use to purchase through the auction.
Right.
At the end of the evening, whenever they stop doing it.
Right.
So
There'll
forth.
actually be no money exchanged whatsoever. They're not playing for money. They're playing for these great prizes.
Right.
And Casey
We've
will
had,
tell you about some of those.
St. Louis Cardinals tickets
Okay.
that have been donated. We've had Razorback football tickets that have been donated. The Hotel Seville here has done a one-night stay, which the Harrison Country Club is also going to throw in with that one a free round of golf. So hopefully we can attract some, you know, out-of-town people to come enjoy Harrison for a night and a round of golf. We've had an electric smoker, a TV. We believe we're getting a big flat-screen TV. Several businesses have done gift baskets. We also have a night in Eureka Springs that's been donated.
Very good.
Am I
A
leaving
weekend
anything?
getaway in a
Out at
cabin
Russellville.
at the marina in Russellville.
So we've had
Some
several.
good prizes.
so-
Big prizes.
Yes.
Yes, and then we also had a 1-hour airplane. What
Yes.
was that? The airplane ride or trip?
Yes, we've had someone donate a 1-hour flight with pilot Sprott.
Jim Sprott.
Jim Sprott,
Okay.
yes, here in town. So I don't know how far an hour will get you, but
Do they get a parachute with that?
I
know
hope so.
No, I was only kidding. Jim's been a pilot for many, many years. He's an attorney here and has flown for many, many years. I noticed also that if you sign up for the tournament, that on Friday you can have a practice round free of charge
Yes.
at the club. So
Absolutely.
non-members, which would normally have to pay a green fee, could go out and
Yes.
get to know the golf course and so
Yes.
forth and play. So who are we giving? Let me back up just a little bit. How are you going to split the proceeds?
Well, we're waiting. The committee will make a decision about that until after we know what the proceeds are.
Okay.
Once we know what all of our expenses are and we've paid the bills and everything, then we'll have a handle on how much we can distribute to our charities. But we have selected 2 very good charities here in the community, and we're looking forward to helping them out. I hope substantially.
Hope Cottages and Grandma's House. Is that the 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
2 very worthwhile.
Yes.
We have them on the show quite often.
Oh,
and,
good. Then the
they're-
community is
they're-
well versed
they're
then
very-
on.
Everybody knows about them. Of course, Hope Cottage is fairly new. It's come a long way in 4 years that they started that project through the House of Hope.
Yes.
And then, of course, Grandma's House does a wonderful job unfortunately, they're dealing with children that are abused and so forth. But what they have done through the school systems, making awareness of child abuse and how they work with various authorities and DHS, et cetera. And they have a good staff. In fact, just opened up another facility in Berryville in Carroll County.
Right.
So that they're 2 good entities. And it will help the country club, I'm sure, through the foundation part.
Correct.
Because they give out that money to different things as they go forward, so forth.
Correct.
Did we cut? What about anything else? Did I miss anything on the?
I missed one. I think I didn't say that, you know, the golfers with their registration fee, they get the golf, but their wife also can come that evening for the casino night.
Okay.
And that's all included in their registration
date.
fee. Yeah, or a date,
date,
or a
whatever.
guest.
So with the spouse or significant other, whatever, would they get the meal? Would they get a meal?
They will receive
They
the
will.
meal.
That you're talking about?
Correct.
Okay. Nice.
And they're welcome to share the players' gaming chips, or
Okay.
they can buy the chips additionally. It will be a $20 fee for just the chips, and that's $1,000 worth of gaming chips if they
so
want
they
to
can
get in the
involved
games.
in all the activities,
Oh yes.
obviously. Okay,
Yes.
well that's nice. We've
Absolutely.
only got a few minutes left. I didn't think we'd take so much time there. I do want to just throw a little plug in, Candy. I know you're on the board at the country club, and Casey's very involved, and her husband's on the board at the country club. You know, a lot of people don't realize the Harrison Country Club, which is really the only golf course right here in the Harrison area. There's one over on the lake area, and a lot of them in Missouri. But as far as locally, and they really do have a lot of different charity events throughout the year. People don't think about all the money that comes through there, these charity events.
Correct.
You know?
There was recently an article in the newspaper that was more detailed than my memory will allow me to share, but hundreds of thousands of dollars have gone back into the community by way of the
Right.
country club and the foundation.
Right.
And I know, we are a private club, but people need to understand that we want to give back to the community. It's paramount to us that we do everything we can to shoot vitality, inject energy, and whatever we can into the programs that help make this a better community.
Right.
And one of the ways that we raise money for events like this, of course, is through our sponsorships. And I cannot thank our sponsors enough.
Could you use more sponsors, or?
Absolutely, always, yes, absolutely. And we have different levels of sponsorships, so
Okay.
you don't have to feel that, oh, I can't afford that sponsorship necessarily. We have been really blessed with a lot of businesses in town and even individuals who have sponsored this event, and that's really what makes events like this go.
We've only got a couple minutes. If somebody wanted to be a sponsor, they see the show, who would they contact? Or
They would they could actually call the club,
country
and that's 741-2443.
Okay.
They could talk to Neil Corral, the pro out there, and the manager.
Okay.
And he could put them in touch with our sponsorships chair.
Okay.
And she's done a fabulous job, Miss Julie Maxey.
So they could go by or call out there.
Yes,
Obviously,
absolutely.
you still do sponsorships, and they can
Right.
explain the different levels.
Right.
And
And we
so-
still have team slots available.
Okay.
If people are interested in coming out and enjoying golf, we hope it's going to be dry weather, and they could have a lot of fun for a really great cause.
Sounds like a lot of fun. It really does. If you haven't signed up already, it's a great tournament. Chipping for Charity, and that's exactly what it's for charity. Two of the entities that will receive funding will be Hope Cottages and Grandma's House, and then they'll also help the Harrison Country Club Foundation. Does a lot of different things. Two-person shamble. It will be on May 4th and 5th at the Harrison Country Club. 2 shotgun starts, one at 8, one at 1 p.m., $250 a team, lots of prizes, great food, and lots of fun for everybody. Take your spouse, take somebody with you, and enjoy the weekend. Thank you both for coming
Thank
in. I know
you so
you've
much.
had to put a lot of time and effort in this, and Casey, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
And we hope you have a 100% fill up of the tournament and make lots of money for charity.
Thank you.
Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a young lady about another organization and a thrift store here in the area that does a great job taking care of children in need. Stay with us.
From unique outfits to reading books, Shelby's has everything for giving the best baby gifts, including free gift wrapping. Check out our in-store baby registry for ease in gift giving and gift getting. All you have to do is stop by, let us arrange a table for everyone to shop from your registry. Call the store anytime for details or to order over the phone. We ship and deliver locally. Shop Shelby's for gifts that are beautifully wrapped and thoughtfully given.
We all need the help of a pharmacy from time to time. Sullivan Pharmacy would like to thank all their customers for supporting them as an independent local pharmacy. When you trade with an independent pharmacy, you deal with an owner that supports the local economy and charities. Visit Sullivan Pharmacy for any of your over-the-counter or prescription needs. It's important to keep helping those that help the community. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 Main Street, Harrison, serving this area since 1965.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. Our next guest in the studio today is going to talk about, well, a thrift store, but a program that's been around for a long time, and we do appreciate them. And they haven't been in to talk to us for a while, so I thought, well, we'll get somebody in here. And Gina Chambers from the Children's Charity Ministry. We call it CCM.
Yes,
CCM.
we run CCM Thrift Store.
Maybe for the viewing audience, tell us a little bit about maybe a little history on the CCM.
CCM started when actually in someone's basement.
Okay.
What it was, she found a need that there was children not eating over the weekends. They had nothing to eat. So she started, and it has just prospered from there. Right now we're at 1405 North Main Street. They're at the thrift store, and that's where we do everything. That helps fund it, and the 5 other projects we have. But you know, the main thing is children helping children. Each child every Friday gets 4 meals and 4 snacks in a bag to take home with them to eat over the weekend.
Okay.
And it's just, we're doing 549 kids a week just to the schools in 5 counties, but we have serviced up to 8 counties in the past.
Wow, wow. If I remember right now, do you do Harrison, or Harrison has their own?
We've actually this year started assisting Harrison with 2 of the meals.
Okay.
We and there's I think 200 in Harrison, but we provide cereal and the oatmeal.
Okay, so part of the food. Okay.
And the Lutheran Church I think does the other 6 items.
Right. I knew they did, but you said you're dealing with a lot of the rural schools.
Right, we do. Well, as far away as Mount Judy, and I mean, all it takes is a school to call us with a number, and we make sure they get the food by Friday, so it can be passed out on Friday afternoon and go home with the children.
Okay. Now the thrift store obviously is in. For those of you who may know it as the Jonas Shopping Center, it's in the center out here on Main Street, and they generate a lot of income. But how do you, the food itself, do you get people donate food, or you take money from the thrift store and buy food, or a combination of both? Or
those 2, plus we have some wonderful sponsors that donate monetary donations.
Okay.
But we have people that donate not only to the backpack program food, which are single serving non-perishable items, but also we have a family pantry to assist families that don't have enough food as well.
Okay.
So they donate to one or the other. The thrift store, it's been slow, you know, we appreciate prayers for that, but actually we use the revenue from that and donations to go buy food, and we buy it, we shop around and get the best price.
Right.
And right now I think we're going between Aldi's, Pippin's, and Sam's Club.
Okay, to get the lowest cost that you can.
Because you know, when you're buying that much, you know, because you figure 549 times 8, because each child gets 8 items every week. Plus we also do Youth Bridge and Boone County Special Services, and we do them year round.
Wow. So explain a little bit where do you pack this stuff? How do you do all that? Do you have enough room out there to do all that?
Not really. It's kind of tight. You have to move around a little bit, but we make it work. It's very blessed. We have a long set of tables, and we get like the college or the Boy Scouts. We have some volunteers that come in and pack for us.
Okay.
Some of the ladies, Republican women's, different ones like that have just been really great to volunteer. The senior ladies have come in and they pack for us. I mean, some of the churches.
Okay.
So, you know, I mean,
Just
it's very blessed.
Different people.
Right.
So you package the food, and then how do you get it to the school? Do you deliver it out?
We deliver it. I deliver Bergman because I live out that way. Okay. We have other people that deliver to the other schools. And we can always use volunteers, you know, always. But we make sure if it has to be, Cindy or I'll load it up and take it. But we've got some great people that just step up and come and get it for us and haul it.
Okay. So each Friday,
We get it there before Friday if possible.
before Friday. So during the week, Wednesday, but at least by Friday, you would take these packs out to the various schools, and then they on Friday would give it to the children to
Right.
take home for the weekend. Is
Right,
that
the
way it works?
teachers will make sure it gets into their backpacks.
sure, okay.
And what we use is just little plastic bags, like Walmart bags. We
Sure.
order them, and by the box, and that it's just more cost effective. It started out actually in backpacks, but we went to the bags because it's easier to get them in the backpacks.
Right. Yeah. So it's obviously it's all non-perishable.
Right,
food
right.
Stuff. Give me an example of what kind of food
Ramens,
items.
Viennese, fruit chews, granolas. We get the individual cereals, oatmeal.
Okay. Anything like that.
Right, right. Anything, pudding. We get cheese crackers, peanut butter crackers, raisins. But anything that's non-perishable, what we make sure is each child gets 4 meals and 4 snacks,
Okay.
and that way they can split them up over the 2 days.
Okay. So I guess it would be difficult, even though they could use it. It'd be difficult to do like an apple or something.
Right, because when you're
They only
dealing.
last so long. don't they?
Right. Not only that, but you have them getting bruised and
Yeah.
with the because it's all Country Mart's really great to save me boxes. That we pack them in.
Sure.
And what it is you've got like 20 bags or more going in one box, so you don't want to have anything that can get destroyed in there and mashed.
Sure. What about, do you ever get in, I know the thrift store, you've got people that donate clothing and furniture items or whatever, but do you ever get in a situation where maybe kids need clothing or something?
We do. We have, that's one of our programs is we assist families with clothing. We assist burnouts with clothing. The schools will call us and we will get sizes together, male and female, and send them so they've got them on hand at the school for a child that may be in need of it.
Okay.
We do that hygiene give out at the first of the year. I think we handed out over 500 bags this year. When they give away the free backpacks and haircuts, we do the hygiene side of it.
Okay.
We also, on top of those 2 or 3, we do the prom program at no cost to the families. We help them get their formals or their tuxes. And we have sponsors that sponsor half of the cost, and then CCM pays the other half. And they go through high school, they deserve to go to prom.
Absolutely.
And at Christmas time, we do the giving tree, which we assist families with Christmas presents and help them, so that every child's got something for Christmas on Christmas morning to open.
Right.
But our main thing is a backpack program, is feeding the kids that are hungry, and there are so many out there.
Yeah, we do have.
It's sad. It is. It is. And they're grateful for it. I run into backpack kids when they find out where I work. And I've had adults tell me, I was a backpack kid, and it just how much it touched their lives. And, and it makes you feel blessed and fortunate.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're grateful to be able to be in that position to help.
Absolutely. I've noticed when I come out to your thrift store, and you really have some nice stuff. If somebody brings something out there, obviously you'd like to have good, clean clothing and so forth. But do you prepare it once you get it? I mean, are you?
We go through it, we wash it, we iron it,
Okay.
we clean it. If it's not able to be used, we bag it, and Northwest Arkansas Rags makes a route every Wednesday, and they come and pick it up. And that goes to assist other people. So that they assist with their work too. And but we're grateful for any donations. Some of them are good, some of them we can't use, but
Right.
In all honesty, it all works out.
So once you put the clothing out on the rack, it is clean and ready to go.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Well, that's great.
Right, and even with the toys, we have a sign up telling you, please sanitize the baby toys or the children's toys, because we clean them. But, people handle them, and you've got germs that go around, so, and other people try, we have a dressing room to try things on. Even though we've cleaned it, I always wash whatever I get or whatever when I get home. It's just, I do it when I buy it at Walmart or
It's a good
anywhere.
idea. Yeah.
It's just, but, hygienically, yeah, we make it as clean as possible.
Have you noticed, and I'm sure you have, because I've talked to other thrift stores, and we've got a lot of thrift stores in the Harrison area, some that have come on over the last several years. Some are private and for profit, and then you got the ones that like the CCM, that's a thrift store that everything they make goes to help people out. But because of the additional thrift store, have you noticed your volume? It's kind of hard to keep up
our
with
sales have dropped, and like I said, we pray every day. We open the store for to go in the right direction. Have a blessed day, but we can it's been slow, but it's blessed. It comes through in other ways, but we could always use more business. I'm still running across people going, I didn't know you were even there. And you're just like, yeah, we've been there for 8 years.
Well, and speaking of that, if you happen to be watching the show or you know somebody that may have a building in the Harrison area here that would be affordable, they always need to lower their rent, because rent cost is your number one rent and utilities, regardless. And so they'd like to keep their rent as low as possible and still be in a convenient place for people to drop off products and people to go get and buy stuff. So, but if you happen to know of a good building, fairly good size, that they could maybe lower their rent cost by moving. They're not necessarily having to move, but if they could lower their cost, it would be more money they could put in for the food and for the necessities for people that need help. So I'm just throwing that in there.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah. You do a great job out there for the amount of staff that you've got, and you have. Well, I was trying to think. When did it actually start out there? How many years have
we have been at the Jonas Shopping Center? I'm wanting to say 8 years.
8 years.
But it started prior to that.
Right, in the home.
CCM's, I want to say, been going for 10 years or better.
Okay, I knew it'd been around for a long time.
Yeah,
because we've
has
done
been.
interviews with you people out there for many years.
When Kendra started it, originally it was in her basement.
Yeah, right. What a great move.
And then Cindy Martin took over, I want to say 7 years ago, something like that, 6, 7 years ago, roundabout-ish.
Well, you certainly, for the funding that you have and for the resources that you have, you touch a lot of people. If you can help out, the Children's Charity Ministry, CCM they call it, their thrift stores in the Jonas Shopping Center, go in, look around, you may find something you could use, or just make a donation. Doesn't have to be a big donation. Or if you could be a volunteer, they certainly always need volunteers, but more importantly, they need food products, non-perishables. So if you could drop off, a box or a couple of bags of non-perishables, the kind of stuff that kids need, they would be very appreciative of it. And they touch so many children, not just in Harrison, but surrounding areas around Harrison, even in Newton County. So help them out if you can, and help these people that put a lot of time and effort into keeping that place going. Jeannie, I appreciate you coming in today.
I appreciate you having me.
Good information, and if we can help you in the future, well, give us a call or send us an email, and we'll have you back on the show and keep
thank you.
pushing the good word that you're doing out there.
Well, we appreciate you having us and helping us. Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Gina. Thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. We hope we brought some information to you perhaps you didn't know about. Join us each week as we have various organizations come in and tell us their needs and also what they're doing for the community and the surrounding communities. Thanks for joining us.
We all need the help of a pharmacy from time to time. Sullivan Pharmacy would like to thank all their customers for supporting them as an independent local pharmacy. When you trade with an independent pharmacy, you deal with an owner that supports the local economy and charities. Visit Sullivan Pharmacy for any of your over-the-counter or prescription needs. It's important to keep helping those that help the community. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 Main Street, Harrison, serving this area since 1965.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
KTKO Channel 8 Harrison, Local television worth watching.